Probably helps if I unmute the microphone, right? Gotta share it to the other socials real quick. Let the world know we're live. Yeah, drop the link in the show us your work. And yeah, right here in the show us your work section here of the Discord, and then we'll listen to it live. You'll get it. You'll get some feedback. How do I share this dang thing? What's up, dude? Andy, how you doing? Thanks for jumping in, man. Just sharing this to the other socials real quick, then I'll get started. Just hanging out. What's happening on your side of the world, man? Let's hang. Alright, make sure this goes through. Sick. Bring the chat back up here so I can respond to you guys in real time. There we go. We're back. Boom, we're back. What's happening, man? What's going on your side of the world, Andy? Oh, there it is. You dropped it. Boom. It is out. Is this the one you're wanting the crit on? Doomsday Astronaut. This looks sick. We're gonna see how long YouTube lets me play this before I get a ban. Fuck it. Here we go. This is Doomsday Astronaut anime by Andy. Let's check this out. Before I go any further, can you guys hear that coming through? You guys got the soundage? Let's rock it. So dude, right off the rip, I'm loving the guitar tones. Guitar tones sound sick. I'm gonna keep going. Dude, Sense of Space is great. Helix, dude, hell yeah, Helix for the win. Comes in clutch, man. No, but the Sense of Space, like sitting in between my speakers here in the sweet spot, it's great. Like the snare hits smack in the middle and it gets good and wide. The vocal, that like saturation in the top end you've got on the vocal and like the air, it's really sick. I'd be curious to hear what you track that on. That's really, really, really good and clean. I'm gonna keep going. Like really exciting. Like it's like ticking my brain, you know? Makes me want to hear more. I'm gonna keep going. You've got nowhere left to go. I can see I lost myself again. I need an enemy. Don't want another friend. Oh, world so bleak, but I seem to have a reason to keep on going and keep on living this way. All right, so I got in that chorus there. When that chorus hits, SM7B. Dang, dude. I never would have guessed that was an SM7B with that top end. I totally would have thought that was like some kind of condenser. That's great. And I got on the chorus, when the chorus hits, right there, the first chorus, the vocal felt like it could have came in a little bit hotter. I felt like that vocal could have sat just a little tiny bit more on top of the mix. And then the post-chorus, like re-intro kind of section before the second verse setup, I feel like that lead part that kicks in, I feel like that needs to take the volume space of the vocal there. Instead of like being like kind of back in the music bed, I feel like that kind of needs to be a little bit more out front. Like take your ear from the vocal to that guitar a little bit more. I'm gonna keep going. Dude, the vocals sound so good. You're nailing that vocal sound. Impressive, man. It's like one of the hardest things to get right, and you're just absolutely all over it. That's awesome. Feels so good. Kind of the same thing as the first chorus on that. I feel like that vocal could come in just a little tiny bit hotter. Just stick in a little bit more on top. A little more like, hey, I'm here, mofos. You know? Bro. You're taking us on these sonic journeys, bro. Actually, we had a ton of debate with the vocal volume on the chorus. Really? I could go for like just a bump. Just a bump. Dude. The musicianship and like these sonic journeys you're taking us on with these tracks. It's next level, dude. I'm gonna keep going. This is impressive work, man. This is very impressive. On that part right there before the vocal kicks in, like that bit, like the big half-timey drums are kind of doing the thing, I feel like I lost a little low end out of the bass in that part. I feel like the low end should, or at least for me personally, I kind of wanted the low end in that part to kick my ass just a little bit harder. But then also I hear the first note of this chorus and then it's there. So I don't know if that was like a thing to maybe make that chorus hit harder, but I felt like that could have benefited from a little more extended range down there in the bottom. I'm gonna keep going. Bro, these arrangements. I'd be super curious to like get a little pry your brain open a little bit and kind of get to know more of your background. Like where are these arrangements coming from? This is awesome. It's a sonic journey. Like I'm halfway through the song and I can't wait to like see and hear what's gonna come next. I'm just about halfway through the song and I'm like I can't wait to hear what's gonna happen next. I'm hooked. Yeah, dude, like where you've got the cymbals sitting, like I can hear like every little tiny thing in the overheads, like all that finesse, all the little bells, the pings, the all that, all that really finesseful stuff's really coming through, and it's shining. Dude, that little tiny tom, that thing has been like bugging me or not bugging me, but I've been bugging out about it ever since like the beginning of the song. It's like it's not a tom, but it's like a little tiny. I think there was two of them earlier in the song, like a higher one and like a lower one. What is that? It's almost like a orchestral percussion little tiny thing, or like a marching tom or something. Curious about that. Bro, this is kicking my ass. I love this. Like, this was supposed to be a mix crit. I think you just got a fan, bro. I said drummer used 2 octagons, 1 rack tom, and 1 floor tom. Dude, that's what it does. The octagons. Those things sound so good. Before we launched the song, we were, dude, the musicianship in this is ridiculous. Y'all are tight. Bunch of tight musicians. That's the harmony work, the lead work, the tonal choices. It's freaking sick, man. I don't even know where this is gonna take me. I can't wait. I love that like sizzle in the bottom of the snare there. It could be like just bottom snare in the rooms, but the sizzle, the decay of that needs to make a comeback in a big way. Like that's my biggest, one of my big gripes about modern drum tones is they're losing that sizzle. Dude, it's on full display. I love it. Bro, this fucks so hard. This is so good. So good. Is he playing a dingwall on the bass? Is he playing a dingwall? I haven't experienced one of those yet. If he is, dude, let me know all about that thing. I am really curious about the dingwall, like the multi-scale thing on low end. Dude, this is fucking sick. Right there. I feel like that percussion part, the break, the with the. I feel like that percussion could have been pulled back a little tiny bit to make that transition a little more like. Then you have like the percussion just. Instead of like having that kind of equal volume. I'm gonna keep going.
No, I can see I lost myself again. I need an enemy. Don't want another friend. All world's so bleak, but I seem to have a reason to keep on going and keep on
Bro, that is so sick. Oh my god, that is so sick. You guys signed yet? You guys on a record label? Like, that is sick. You guys should be fucking signed and like all over the damn place with that. Holy shit. Or Dingwall, yeah, Dingwall NG3 used a real Dark Glass X Ultra Pre for the main tone. Yeah. I would say that I think the only thing I had was a bass note. I mean, I had like the chorus vocal volume. I had like the lead up post chorus. That post chorus like guitar lead, I thought could use a bump. And then like that percussion part and that post super heavy part, I think could have been dropped just a little tiny bit to make that part breathe a little tiny bit more. And at first, that little like bell chimey the high pitched synth, that kind of caught me a little bit sharp. But throughout the whole song, it felt great. So that might be one of those things where just like. That might have been like, I don't know if it's too loud or maybe too much high end too early in the song, but later on in the song, it fucking made perfect sense. So it just caught me a little weird, like when it first came in. But the part was great, it made total sense. And then the low end, the only thing I could have used was more like, I don't know what the term is. I'm a bass player, and there's a thing you get in your fingers, and you can get it with a pick too, but there's like it's really fucking hard to describe. It's like it happens when you hit a certain spot on the string, and you hit the string just right with great technique, and the string just goes like, it's like that sound that is like mixed in with the note and the tone of the bass. I don't know if it's like, because you can get it without a speaker, so it's not the speaker pushing air. You can totally get it like at the DI level, but it's like, I don't know. That's the only thing I'm missing in the low end is the sound of that like just raw, pure tone note of the bass. But everything else is fucking chef's goddamn kiss, dude. You knock us out of the park. Holy shit. Whoop my ass with it. Do you feel it should be more compared? No, dude, no. Like I said, I don't think that's I think it's just it's either at the finger level. I think it's just at the finger level. Like, it's one of those weird things, like I know you're in URM. Did you do the Nickelback month? Like, the bass tracks in that have it, like a son of a bitch. It's in there. It's in that bass track. That's the only way I can describe it. It's like a thing that you get when the string is just, and it's kind of like when you hit it closer to the, oh dang it, the saddle. You'll share the next song once you finish the mix. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, savage work, man. Definitely, I would just keep doing what you're doing. I say you're in the battle of 2% now, buddy. There's 1% here, 2% there, and next thing you know, the world won't be able to afford you. I use Nickelback as a reference. Dude, perfect. I mean, you can't go wrong. Like Chris Baseford era Nickelback, CLA era Nickelback, Randy Staub era Nickelback. You can't go wrong with any of them. It's so good. I got a funny story. I actually met Chris Lord-Alge behind stage at a Nickelback show. I was on tour with the band. We were the first of three. And I just got out of the shower in the green room. And dude, I walked back and I'm holding my suitcase, hair soaking wet, like towel around my neck. And I walk past him and I see him. He's standing right here. I'm CLA talking to somebody. I never fan out. I could be in the room with any artist on the planet. I never fanboy out. Ever. And I walked like maybe 15 feet away from him. And I was like, this is it. This is the only chance I'm ever gonna have to talk to CLA. So I fucking walked right up to him, straight out of the shower. Walked right up to him. I was like, "You're CLA." And he looks at me and he goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Man, it's such a pleasure to meet you." So I never fan out, but is there any way I can get a picture with you? And he goes, "Yeah, totally, dude." So I take my cell phone out, super shitty cell phone at the time. I hand it to the guy he was talking to. And I was like, "Oh man, can you take our photo real quick?" He's like, "Absolutely." So he takes the picture of me and Chris Lord-Alge, and then hands me my phone back. And Chris goes, "If you know who I am, then surely you know who this guy is." I was like, "No." Chris goes, "This is the guy I send my mixes to make sure they don't suck." He goes, "This is Randy Staub." So I accidentally met Randy Staub too, and handed him my phone to take the picture of me and CLA. Had no idea who the fuck I was talking to. Walked away thoroughly embarrassed as shit. Like on tour with Nickelback. It was the Feed the Machine tour. Staub and CLA mixed almost all the record. It was there in LA at the Greek Theater. Oh, it was great. Super humbling experience. I'm sure he does not remember it. I was just a nobody. If I run into him though, I'm gonna be like, "Dude, Nickelback, Feed the Machine, the random dude from the green room, that was me, bro." No, good times. That's when I was coming up. Learning how to tour, learning how to network. In way over my head. It was fun. Wild West. Or Wild West Fall. However you want to look at it. Now, waiting for somebody to drop another mix, man. I'm going to go back here and see kind of what we got going on. We might have some other stuff we can listen to. Edward says, okay, yeah, he's still working on some stuff. Yeah, this shit kicks my ass, dude. It is so good. No vocals on the chorus. Had to retrack. Cole, I'm listening to your mix. If you're on here, buddy, is it cool to spin this? Don't forget about it. Yeah, dude. Yes. I've got to make it. It's like one of those things that it's like it doesn't exist. The way I'm envisioning it doesn't exist yet. No one's made it. And I figure I had long extensive talks with AI about it actually. I was talking to ChatGPT and Grok, and then I had Grok talking to ChatGPT about it. But they wouldn't get me a fucking schematic to wire it. I don't know why. I can't get them to kick out like an actual schematic that an idiot like myself can make. Oh, I'm in. Hey, dude, my live hasn't crashed. You're in here and my live hasn't crashed. It's a good day today. Watch, I said that. It's going to crash. You know, the passive switcher, dude, I think that's one of those things. Because I looked up the parts list to build it. I just don't know how to wire the freaking thing. But if I can build it with Gray Hill switches, like top of the line switching, top of the line wiring, like all Mogami gold, I can wire it all in silver. I can make them for probably about $150. Like $150 US, like with the chassis, everything, custom laser engraved. And I was like, man, I could probably charge like $200, $220 for a unit. Just make it a single rack space thing. Couple switches, like LED light system to let you know what's switched on, if it's hardwired bypassed, what order you've got your pieces in. Essentially for like the bedroom guys like me or mastering guys. So a bedroom guy like me who's got like the API Clairphonic, I can wire it in and just pop the order really quick. You know, do I want the API, do I want the Clairphonic before or after the API? Just click, click. There I go. You know? Or mastering guys who want to like set up a fucking EQ chain into a compressor. You know, before or after. Pop, 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 pop. Not every piece of gear's got it. I've been to Nova Rock Festival this week, and I was still a little busy. Dude, Nova Rock is a blast. I did that last year. Did that last summer. It was so much fun. I can't remember who was headlining it, but God, it was so much fun. Big, huge, like got one stage here, one stage here, one stage a little bit bigger than the other. One band plays, another band plays, bouncing back and forth. Might have been hell, it might have been Corey Taylor. Yeah, CFT, Corey fucking Taylor. Who was headlining this year at Nova Rock? Who was, or at least the day you went to? I'm curious to hear that. I just saw the big, the Sleep Token download headline show. Light show looked insane. The color choice was immaculate. All right, Colt. Let's check your mix out. Here we go. It's Colton. Well done. Demo. No chorus vocal. Here we go. Let me restart that and actually mute my vocal mic. Sorry, guys. I'm just writing down a couple notes here real fast before I squirrel them out. All right. Let's rock. I don't know how you're playing that guitar part, dude, with like the, but I fucking love that. I love guitar noises. I love it. Okay, this whole time I've been like going that chorus needs some kind of like a lifter part in the background because it feels a little bit. It lifts up into the chorus, but I feel like the dimensionality of it, like it needs another layer of depth to it. Right there, it fucking just finally kicked in. That's the part I've been waiting to hear in every single chorus. I think that needs to be extended out. That needs to be go in every single chorus in order to help add more like just one more layer in there, like the one more layer of like upper end ear candy in that. I'm gonna go back because when that kicks in, it takes the chorus right to where I'm like wanting it to feel like spectrally. Like you got the bass, you got the transient information of the drums, you got the mid range of the guitars, but it's missing that like something other than just cymbals and like room air. You know, that guitar part right when it kicks in is it. That's it. Yeah, dude, the tones are sick. The guitar tones are sick, man. I wish I had guitar player hands. You guys are making me jealous. I got fucking clumsy ass bass player hands over here. If I don't have an Evertune, I can't play it. It sounds so good, so in tune. Like just the chordal, like you can hear every note in the chords when you guys play them, and it's so good, so good. All right, Colton, here's what I got for you, buddy. I got the snare. Sounds a little tiny bit like it has some paperiness to it over here in my system. It's like probably around like that, like, and you got to be really delicate with it because it's also where a lot of the attack is. But in that like 1.8 to like 2.8 area, you'll find a lot of that like paper. It's the only way I can describe it. It's like the sound of like you grab tissue paper and like you just kind of flick it, and whatever that tissue paper sound is what it sounds like. Is kind of in that snare. I think that tissue paper sound just needs to be pulled out just a little tiny bit. And that'll really help add more punch and open up the top end of that snare drum. I also thought the room sound or the reverb. I don't know if you're rocking a verb or if it's just a room sample or part of the drum kit, the program sounds, but I felt the rooms were just a little tiny bit hot on the snare side of things, which I thought that might have been taking away a little tiny bit of your punch. But then that could also be the balance in that paper. You know, you might be one of those things, you pull the paper out a little tiny bit, you get a little bit more punch back, and then the room works at that volume. Or you could be you pull the room back, and then the paper works at that volume. But that's going to be a delicate balance there. I love the vocal delivery. I feel like it's a little bit sibilant and harsh, but like not in like the upper area. Like it's a little bit kind of like, it's got a couple little like piercy spots. I want to say in probably like the 3 to 4K ish, maybe even lower, maybe like 2.7 to 4K area. Somewhere I would search around in there. There's something in there that's a little tiny bit of like an ice pick that's just kind of on my eardrum. Yeah, love the guitar tones. Wrote it down. I literally said backup guitar part. In both choruses, I said backup guitar part and then guitar part and chorus. And that last chorus comes in and it totally has it. And I think there's got to be something like that in those first two choruses to help add that like dimensionality and the depth to the chorus. Even if it's just like grabbing a fucking guitar, diming a lead sound, like get like Valhalla Shimmer or like the JST Big Sky or some kind of like Big Sky. Something's got a shimmer in it. Hell, Helix will have one. Fucking the Helix will have a shimmer sound. And just like one note or two note of fucking shimmer part in there to like almost add like an ethereal string bed, but in like the upper register behind that super heavy shit. It's a really cool contrast. I think that'll help elevate that chorus. There's a couple guitar edits that have to be tightened up that I noticed they're either hitting right before or right after. It's like one of those things where the kick drum could be on the push and like the guitar's happening on the downbeat, like one of those little edits. Or it could be the guitars happen on the push and the kick drum's happening on the downbeat. So either one of those things. And there was one part where it kicked in that I noticed the guitar hit a little earlier than the rest of the band. So that's got to be tightened up a little tiny bit. And then for the bass tone, I could use a little tiny bit more grind. like not like the clank, like up in like the, like not like bass air, not like the. Don't judge me for saying this, guys, because I put ridiculous amounts of top end in my bass, but like for me the air in the bass is like 10 to 14K. It's like where the top of the string starts to like tickle the air, like to just tickle the hair in your eardrums. Only way I can describe it. Give me half a sec, guys. I got to pull a live battery swap. But having more like the bass grind for me is more in like it's like the low. It could be anywhere from like 1.2 all the way down to like 800. So it's just finding that spot, like it's like the throaty, like the throat and like the vocal, like your vocal chordal range of the bass, like where it's like talking, like that range. I thought could use a little bit of a bump to get it to like kind of speak with the guitars a little tiny bit more. But dude, the source tones you guys are delivering are ridiculous. This is insane. Like listening to people's mixes and like stuff like they're demoing or working on, like even fucking 5-10 years ago, it still sounded like it was done like just like in a garage on like a cassette recorder, you know, or just like iPhone mic'd into GarageBand. Now everybody, just a demo is like, holy shit, these tones are fucking rocking. Yeah, Andy, you got your shit's already out and released, and that shit's slapping, man. Absolutely, the guitar tones and the bass tones, you guys are, it's nuts. Timothy, that's Nick's song. I went for like a California, almost like a Bad Flower vibe on that. I'll spin that for you guys. You guys can crit me on it. You can tell me where this thing sucks. Don't worry, you can be mean. It's okay. I'm putting myself on the chopping block, so go ahead and chop away. This is Nick's song, Where the Master Came Out. I'll play, there's a bit that's kind of open-ended at the end. I'll cut it off at that. But yeah, super cool. He recorded it himself. Here we go. This is the master.
Come around to see if you're still seeing. People come and go, get used to seeing them leaving. Wait right there, we'll be back before you know it. Take a look around, see what you've been missing. Something holds you down, you better fucking listen. Wait right there, we'll be back before you know it.
And that's where it just goes on forever for like a fade out. But yeah, what could have made that better? What did it need? What could have elevated that to the next level, mix-wise? Now, granted, that's a client mix. I'm not allowed to just grab a guitar and start tracking nothing on that, but on the mix level, how could I have elevated that more? Besides totally stealing Andy's vocal sound and applying it to that mix. Because Andy's vocal sound crushed me. Andy, I feel like listening to your mix and then hearing my mix, I feel like I'm like Warren Hewart and you're like Nolly in that video where they're like comparing drum sounds on YouTube, that like 4-hour video. I feel like I was just like Warren Hewart compared to a Nolly. I just got fucking crushed. But I'm here for it. It was sick. Yeah, I went for that like kind of like Bad Flower, but kind of like indie rock Bad Flower, not so much like CLA mix and Bad Flower. Then come out, it's a client from Chicago. So I thought they went for like California LA rock, but the guy's from Chicago. Oh, you watched that video? Yeah, that's a good video, dude. I couldn't tell you how many times I went back and referenced Nolly's drum setup on that video. I actually copped a lot of that vibe on the new Blackstone record, for at least on the tracking side, how I tracked it. I got him like right up against the glass. I had like 3 different kick drum mics. I had like the over-the-shoulder room mics that Nolly was doing. Kind of took that as like the bass and kind of added a couple of my own little things in there. And tracks are, just the raw tracks are sick. Battlefront. Where was that one? Someone showed us one in one of these here. I think it was back in Studio Talk. We'll pull one of these up. See what we got. There it is. Harrison. Harrison dropped one of these. Let's listen to Harrison's mix.
Can you let me keep this memory? I can't remember anything. Our love was merely temporary. Please don't let me leave. Your vibrant colors fade. Memory decays. Desperate to erase. Nostalgia comes in waves. I'll rip you from my mind.
So on this one, right off the rip, I want more vocal level overall. I feel like the vocals a little bit quiet. I love like the music jump when that chorus kicks. Love that. I feel like the vocals are just a little bit, like I even wrote it down. I said I love the vocal warmth. Like I love how like goopy and gloopy it is. Maybe open it up a top, like a touch on the top end, and then definitely needs like a maybe 2-3 dB bump just so it can sit on top of everything. And I feel like in the intro, I like the piano part, but I feel like it's overpowering the guitars, what the guitars are doing. So I feel like the guitars need to be more of the meat and taters, and then the transient information of the piano could just be kind of poking through there and reinforcing that distorted chordal structure of the guitars. Let's see. Ooh, Andy says, I think the secret sauce on the vocals I mixed was a last moment decision. Added Saturn on the vocal buzz with a high tape saturation on the high frequency. Dude, I just started doing that using Nectar. They have like, you can pull up, it's either Nectar or Neutron. I think it might be Neutron. But they have like the multi-band saturator in there. And I've been pulling it up, and there's like 4 or 5 different kinds, and you can like just grab this knob and spin it or move it around between the 4 modules. And that tape side, dude, when you put it on tape and you just dime it, it just adds like this like luster and this like sheen to the top end. I didn't do it on that mix for some reason. But yeah, that's the thing. Adding that top end saturation. It's that fucking Phoenix trick that Chris Baseford gets. Just cranks that Phoenix on the vocal, and it just like comes to life in the top end. Probably from really. You want modern metalcore vocals? Just saturate the highs. Yeah, dude. That's a good way to do it. I used to use that the Steven Slate Fresh Air plugin, and that's literally all it does. It's just a high end saturation, or like it's either high end saturation or really high end saturation, and a combination of the both. Everybody likes to talk shit on it, but man, it works. I just stopped using it because people were talking shit on it, and I got self conscious about it. Fuck everybody. I should probably start bringing that back. It opens up vocals great.
I'm scared and I wanna call it off. Burning by your time, eradicate our life. So when I wake
So when it switches back into that chorus, I think the energy is reversed. Or sorry, switches back into that verse there, I feel like the energy on this is reversed. I feel like for some reason it just got a lot louder. But it should be taking a breath and coming down. So it's something up with the chorus balance compared to the verse balance I feel is off.
will there be nothing left? A thoughtless mind in a vacant light. The world forgotten by the world forgot. Eraser from my thoughts. Your negligence shows.
Yeah, I love the tone. Like, I love that guitar tone. I feel like just the guitar is like overpowering everything else that's happening right now. Like when that low end just kicked in there, I feel like that low end should have just come in like a breath, like a. I'm gonna keep on going here.
Devoid of light we go through memories and ghosts. It'll be over soon. I know I'll rip you from my mind.
Yeah, just vocal volume. I just feel like the vocals just quiet. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm living so close to Nashville. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't realize my camera just died. But maybe it's because I'm living like so close to Nashville that everybody around here just puts a vocal on top of the world. And then I'm used to listening to Octane where the vocal's just fucking on the tip of your nose the entire time. But I just feel like the vocal, especially with someone who's this good, like this, like that good old saying, if you got it, flaunt it. Well, don't be afraid to stick that on top. Put that in people's faces. Show it off.
I'm scared and I wanna call it off. Burning by your side.
Alright, so I don't know if it's the compressor that's doing it or the de-esser, but he's got the lisp. He's got the de-ess, it's either the over-de-essed or the over-compressed lisp on the chorus. I'm going to run this back a little tiny bit and you can hear him. So whatever's happening there in the top end on the vocal, that's got to be backed off just a little tiny bit.
I'll rip you from my mind. I'm scared and I wanna call it off. Burning by your side.
It's a little bit Mike Tyson-y. Burning by your thigh.
Eradicate our life.
A piano volume could probably come back a little tiny bit. That way, that when that, like, I don't mind like the stereo widener it's on it. It's huge and it jumps out of the sides of the speakers at me. But that's totally taken away from the impact of that breakdown right here. Yeah, kind of same thing. I would just say switch the balance between the guitar and the piano. Have that chordal distorted bed be the meat and potatoes, and have that piano coming in just like enforcing that. I mean, the transient of the mallet hitting the string, just kind of poking through a little tiny bit, and getting the hell out of the way and reinforcing that guitar bed.
I'll rip you from my mind. I'm scared and I wanna call it all.
I don't know if that's a mid-side thing going on there, but whenever that chorus kicks, I feel like the sides just got smaller. I feel like the mid-range and the guitars there in that chorus, I would totally lean into that. Like that 1K, 1.2K, just mid-range. Like, even like just shelf it. Just grab like a 1.2K, super, like, hell, even a tilt. And just go, and add a little tiny bit of a bump, like a little boop, boop, at like 1K. And you'll have like tone just pumping into your ears for days.
I'll rip you from my mind. I'm scared and I wanna call it all. Burning by your side. Eradicate our life.
I don't know, whatever you're. Okay, I got it. I got it, Discord. All right. No, I feel like the tracking on this is insane. Like the source tones on these are really, really, really good. My biggest thing with this is just little balances. Just making sure that the piano is supporting the guitar, not dominating the guitar. And with somebody who's singing like that, with a voice like that, I feel like that needs like a little tiny bit more of like a pop style treatment on that. Like polish it, give it the good old blue tube compressor vibes, open up the top end, and then set them right on top. Like right on top. Like put that out in your face. Like think like Slaves or like Johnny Craig style vocals. Like just that like airy, poppy, beautiful singy vocal. Like sit on top of that chorus. Yeah, just swap the guitar and the piano volume. And bump some of the mid range in those guitars. Don't be scared of that mid range. A lot of that energy is in the mid range. Well, heck yeah, you dudes. Thanks for the chills. Thanks for the hangs. Rounding on an hour here. Andy, you're absolutely fucking killing it. Keep doing it. You absolutely whooped my ass. You got yourself a new fan today, buddy. You're stuck with me now. You're stuck. And then Colt, great spot, man. You're in a great spot. You can push that exactly where it's got to go. Yeah, get a chorus on the vocal, or get a vocal on the chorus, and that'll be sitting in a really good spot. Harrison, just a couple little volume things, and it's not like the engineering side, because your engineering is sick and the tracking is sick. It's literally just balance, and that's it. Which After seeing the gear you've got in your room and your environment, that could just be a speaker thing or a listening spot thing, dude. Like that could be just maybe move like a foot closer to the speaker or a foot away from a speaker. Like, you never know. That could after seeing your setup, I'm betting that's just like an environment situation. But yeah, dudes, thanks for hanging out. It was great. Go spend a little bit of time with the fam. See you guys.